Alright, everyone, welcome back to another Watch and Talk here at Automotive Anatomy. Um, Currently 10:36 p.m. on a beautiful Thursday night, um, Orange County. I don't know when you guys are listening to this or wherever you guys are at. So, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for allowing me to kind of share my thoughts, and thank you for the feedback for the last Watch and Talk. I know it was a very I wouldn't say out of the norm, but it was just something that was in my mind. And I thought it was important for me to bring it up to you guys' attention. Um, and something else that for this watch and talk that I wanted to bring to your attention is the whole millionaire mindset and the whole rat race. I keep seeing things on Instagram that pops up like how to get rich quick, or get rich through these three different formats: real estate, crypto, business, solopreneur, entrepreneur, whatever preneur, um, and the whole millionaire mindset, the whole idea behind it. um, I get that some people are really motivated. They want to go out there and they want to achieve different goals, and money, it's a huge tool. It's you know very necessary for a lot of different things that they're trying to do. We know building cars require money. We know buying a house or garage or tools, everything requires money, right? But I think that the problem is when and I'm not saying that if you're pursuing money all the time that you're bad. I mean, I do it. I'm not allergic to money. I mentioned it before, but what caught my attention is that some people are gonna try to make you feel bad because you're not pursuing the same things as they're doing. And again, I respect all walks of lives. You wanna go and pursue money and become a millionaire, go for it. Um, Hopefully you don't get lost along the ways. Um, you don't put your ethics and morals uh, behind money, and you put money ahead of those. And so ultimately it's your decision. Ultimately you can do whatever you want. But I had somebody made a comment a while back about um, I don't know, I can't remember the whole context of it, but their response was, I wish I had time. Yeah, it was, I wish I had time to just take walks and go to different coffee shops with my wife and dog. And I didn't respond. Um, and it's a close buddy of mine. It's not someone that I didn't know, and I didn't respond mainly because I I took it like, I think his post said something along the lines of he was busy, and I said, as long as your priorities are straight, type of thing. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I'm sure he did, until that's why he mentioned that. I wish I had the time to just go on walks and take, go to different coffee shops. For those that may not know, my wife and I, we love to look up at different coffee shops on Yelp and just go to a different city. We will drive 30 to an hour and a half just to try their coffee. And I didn't take offense to it. In fact, I thought that it was interesting, because when as I'm reading this, I'm thinking like, damn, my priorities are straight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad somebody else can see that through my Instagram stories. I share whatever I want to share on Instagram and here on YouTube. Obviously, you guys don't know, other aspects of my life. But I only share what we want to share. And so, yeah, a big part of on Instagram is me going and trying out different coffee shops. I'm on my chai latte quest. I love chai latte, and so we go to different spots and we take pictures, and we do a little bit of traveling, and we love walks. That's something that we walk all the time. And so I that's my priority. That's what makes me happy. um in fact, none of those make me money, but I think that money's a great tool, but it only gets you so far. And when it comes to numbers, like, it's rough, man. It's especially if you put that dollar or that money amount and you give it, more value than what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a tool. Um, Now, granted, this is coming from somebody who doesn't, who doesn't make millions. I don't make minimum wage, but you know, I don't know, man. I think at one point I wanted, had the idea that like if you make more money, you're happier. I personally don't think that that's the case. I think that you are as happy as you can be with what you have. If you get more money, it's just gonna add to the personality that you are. And if that means if you're giving, you're gonna give more. If you're angry person, you're just gonna be even more angry with more luxuries. If you're sad, you're just gonna be even sadder because now you have more material, stuff, and it's not gonna fulfill whatever you're dealing with. And so I thought it was funny, the whole rat race, the whole millionaire mindset. I think these social media platforms, and obviously why only a handful of you guys tune into these type of Washington talks, because um, it's not selling you sexual content, drugs, or violence. Those are the ones that sell. Those are the ones that people are kind of constantly looking after. Like, man, I want to live like these celebrities. And to me, I don't understand how so many years, so much advertisement, um, it always wins, man. People, for the most part, are always looking for the quick buck. How can I make money fast? How can I reach X, Y, or Z, faster than so and so? And again, the whole rat race. It's a funny one because um, we're not gonna take anything with us. One day that's it. Like, I'm gonna be gone. This car's not gonna get. I'm not. This car's not gonna get driven. And it's not me being negative. It's just be realistic. You know, that's it. Like, I could, instead of washing my car and recording myself and then doing these voiceovers, I could be working a job, um, and making more money for my family immediately. But what's the point? For me, the joy is to be able to speak to a microphone while washing my car, and those two things make me happy. You know I I get to wash my car. I get to share some thoughts. I get to read some comments that some of you guys are brave enough to comment. And 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 it's like a digital community that we get to grow. And I think you guys should know this by now. I'm not big into, like, I want people to know me. Like, I'm okay. I think I enjoy where I'm at. I like the size of the community that we have. If it grows cool. If it decreases, I'm always gonna be the first one, to say that once you don't find value into the videos that I'm making, please don't tune in. Go and find something or someone that really brings positiveness, joy, not anger, not hate, none of that. Like, go find something that is going to be useful for your time. And if that is mind, trying to find a quick buck, trying to better your life in different ways, then go for it. I mean, I listen to a lot of podcasts that not require, but they talk about money. And mostly, the way I look at it, the way I want to hear it, is more like how to manage what you do have, as opposed to, like, how can you turn this 1,000 into 500,000. Like, that's not my mindset. I truly believe that you know if you know how to handle yourself with the limited amount of funds that you have, more will come. I do believe in capitalism. I do think that the more service you provide, then the more you should get paid. Because most of the time you have more risk. So, um, but for me, on a personal level, for me to be pushing the envelope to say, man, how can I make more money? How can I make more money? It's difficult. I can't wrap my head around that. Some of you guys may be wondering, well, Gus, you're taking out merch, you're selling hats, you're selling shirts. Like, what do you mean? You're trying to grow, you're trying to make more money. The reality is, I'm doing that just to grow a community. You guys have no idea the positive feeling that I get when I see my shirt that we order, that we packaged, my wife packaged pretty much and shipped it, and then I see it on somebody at a car meet, like the joy behind that, because it's not just a shirt. It's saying like, hey man, I approve, I enjoy, it brings value to my life, and I'm wearing a shirt at the car meet because I really appreciate it, and that to me is like, damn, like that's what we're growing. um I'll be honest with you guys, how much a shirt cost me. It cost me about $8.50, through my shirt plug, and then it's about $4 for shipping, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12 bucks. um and then I sell them for 25 to 30 bucks depending on the shipping. um the first times we were selling them for 25, now we're selling them for 30, so $15 a shirt. I give away a lot of shirts for different reasons. um and some shirts get lost, and they get lost. I treat people the way I would want somebody to treat me, so I send another one. And so you guys can do the math on that. um Hats, the same thing. Hats, they cost me, I think, $7 per hat. $6, $6 to $7, depending on the dad hats or the not snapbacks, but the 5 panel ones. And then to get them stitched is about another $7. So that's $14. Shipping is like $2 3, that's 16, and I sell them for 25. So you guys do the math. I'm not becoming a millionaire by any means. um Nor I'm allergic to money, but I also don't want to get into the habit of, you know, trying to make the most profit out of everything. I think that any money that I throw in, um, from Google, YouTube, whatever you want to call it, it's going back to the merch, and um, sometimes I'm breaking even a month. Like I'm not, you know, uh, I'm not trying to, you know sell so much money, sell so much product to make X money, so then I can sell more products. It's like, no, it's baby steps. Every time I order hats, it's like 10 at a time. And to you, some people are like, only 10. Well, yeah, only 10. I don't want to be sitting on a lot. I've done 3 different designs of shirts, and it was hard to sell them. I'm not gonna lie. So, like, for instance, the people that bought hats, they got a free shirt, and that's fine. It shows me that they were kind enough to say, I'm gonna buy the hat, and then all of a sudden they get a shirt out of it, and they're like, oh, cool, thanks, man. Because I understand that it's you have to be patient. Anything good doesn't grow overnight. Anything positive, it's not gonna happen overnight, and that's the whole idea, that there are some ways of making money quick. This whole Instagram mentality, um, the whole busy lifestyle. Like, yeah, work hard. I work hard too. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, that's the reason I started the video with the time. I go to sleep late making this video for you guys, um, but it's because I legitimately enjoy it. I know that one day I'm not gonna be here. None of this matters. Like, I'm not taking that course. I'm not taking any parts. That's it. It's material stuff, you know. Um, but I legitimately enjoy it. And the day that I don't enjoy it, I'm gonna be honest with you guys and say, hey, this is the last video I'm gonna make. I'm gonna go pursue something else, and maybe whatever I pursue is not gonna give me any financial value, but I better hope it brings me some personal growth and happiness. My neighbor, I'm messing with him. They were fixing the BMW. But anyways, uh, I thought that was funny from my buddy to mention that. Like, I wish I had the time to just walk in and drink different coffee spots. I think that the interesting part about that is, to some other people, your lifestyle is not going to be the right one, or whatever the case may be. But you keep doing what you're doing. If your mindset is to say, I want to work so hard, make money, so I can buy, I don't know, rental properties, into the stock market, a business, or you are a business owner. Rob from Canada mentioned he's a business owner. There's a lot of stress that comes with it, and but yeah, there's pros and cons. And just like a business, you can continue and continue to scale it and scale it, but we know that the more you scale it, yes, more money possibly comes in, also more headaches, more people, more personalities, and things like that you have to deal with. um and so, to me, there's two different things. There's, surviving and enjoying life. And so we all can survive by doing a job that we may love or we may not like it, but we can still survive. You can pay your bills. um but then the other one's living life. You know the minute somebody feels uh, attacked by maybe me commenting like, hey, make sure the priorities are straight, it may come off like, oh, what are you talking about? These are my priorities. And and for me, it's just a matter of, if that makes you happy, then go for it. I choose happiness any day of the week. And yes, there's a lot of stuff that I have to deal with that I may not like, on my personal, my personal career, or personal, you know relationships that I've had, with different people, even with my own wife, right? There's always going to be something. There's always going to be a challenge, but at the end of the day, there's there's so much more that matters than the whole rat race, the whole, keeping up with the Joneses. Um, there's a sense of peace when, you don't have that many bills. We discussed this, with a few people on the podcast. The financial freedom behind not having that many bills. Yes, we all have some type of bills, but some of us have more than others, and so that requires us to work more than others. And I'm choosing actively to not have that many bills, so that I can, spend my time washing my car. As dumb as that sounds, it's fun, man. It's fun to wash my car. It's very therapeutic, and I keep reading that comment from you guys. Man, this is therapeutic, and I'm glad. I'm glad that it's coming off across like that. It's not only therapeutic from my end, but it also allows me to express my thoughts on different topics, um and read, some of the stuff that you guys agree or disagree. By no way am I saying that you're wrong for pursuing or striving to make more money. Like, I'm not saying that you're evil for that. Um, but I hope you're having fun. I hope you're enjoying it. And if you are, then you're winning, and you're getting more money out of it. It's just cool. Um, my concern is when someone's just not happy, not even necessarily making money or not making money. It's just not being happy. Like, that's hard, because once you introduce those people that are not happy as they are at the moment, and then you put on social media all these different clips in front of them, like how to get rich quick, you know there you're gonna bring more financial problems, personal problems, than you can even imagine, because they were not at the right mindset to begin with. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you guys, man. I was having this conversation with my wife. When was it? I think it was like three walks ago, so 3 days ago. Um, I said, you know what? I'm super ungrateful. She goes, why? I'm like, I'll give you an example. Um, the Accord that we interviewed with Noel, very nice gentleman, beautiful car. Um, I said, I don't know how many views it got. And she goes, so why is that being ungrateful? I said, because when I first started, I was so excited just to get 50 views, 100 views. Oh man, my video made 1,000 views. Like, dude, like, that's a lot. And I would respond to the comments right away, blah, blah. And I did all that. And now I'm like, I post it and I forget. I'll go back and check and try to erase some negative comments from, some people. I wouldn't say you guys, because you guys, I think are that small niche from automotive anatomy that are extremely supportive and mostly positive. But there's some people out there that are subscribed that, they'll watch a 28-minute video and then they'll comment about the one negative thing they didn't like or whatever. And I try to go back for those, just to erase those, and then maybe a night or 2 nights later I go back and I try to comment back on on the comments that you guys left. Um, but I told her I'm very ungrateful because I've become desensitized. Is that, I don't know if that's the right word. I become numb to numbers, and it goes back to the money. That's why I started with the whole, numbers are crazy, man. I'll see videos that that people that I've interviewed, and they get, 1,000 views, let's say. Like, I'm so like numb by that I take it for granted. Like, 1,000 people watch this video. That's so many people, and here I am. I'm just hanging out like, meh, okay. And I think that that's a problem that I need to, you know, I'm not focusing on it, but I need to actively be thankful for what's going on. It's crazy, and so that video, I don't know how many views it's gotten right now, but it's getting a lot. The Civic that we interviewed with Ricky, he drove 2.5 hours, and that video in one day got 3,500 views. That's insane. Like, it's crazy. So, like, thank you guys for sharing. I know that you guys share and comment and tell your friends about the channel. And I'm never gonna know who you are. I don't know, because you don't comment. You may not even have a YouTube account, but you're always looking it up, and you're always checking out the videos. And I'm not saying that I'm 100% right, like I mentioned. Nor do I claim to be. Do I contradict myself sometimes? Yeah, I probably do. And I think part of it comes from the fact that I'm constantly trying to learn. I'm trying to learn different things, and so the way I am now doesn't mean that I'm going to be the same way 3 months from now, especially if I come into contact with people that help me expand that mentality. I think that once you're set on your ways and you say the same thing for the same way for 10 years, I would question, have you grown? Have you been exposed to someone else with different mindsets? Do you intake the same information to reinforce your beliefs on something all the time? um, that can be a problem too. And so, yeah, I do contradict myself. I do, but like I mentioned in some other Washington talks, happiness is always going to be my number one. Peaceful is going to be my number one. I don't want to, you know have a difficult relationship with my wife because I'm out there trying to quote unquote make money. The interviews, I tell you guys, man, the channel could blow up if I was to take it a different way. Show girls, thumbnails, and start sexualizing them, and that would blow up. And then spending time more time with my buddies or car meets or things, and instead of my family, and all for the quote unquote content. All content, I don't like that word. For me, it's experiences. And so that's another way that the channel could grow, and I can make more money, and then sell more merch. And it's like, for what? For what? Ultimately, we're gonna die, and that's it. Like, some people are gonna make, there's always gonna be somebody who's making more money than you. So I'm not saying, and this is my personal view, this is my personal take. Doesn't mean that, again, if you're out there trying to, if you're making $150,000 a month, dude, lady, please, keep going. If that makes you happy, congratulations. Make 500. Obviously, you might be serving a purpose, and you're serving more people, and so you deserve that money. But if somewhere along the ways you're like, damn, I made $500,000 a month last month, and I'm unhappy, that's a worry, man. Because then what are we putting our attention and time? And that's why I always I think to myself, like, you guys are putting your time and attention, focus, sharing, being vulnerable, sharing, a comment that may go against the grain of the video, and putting yourselves out there. And so that doesn't go unnoticed, even though sometimes I do, I guess, take it for granted. I quickly remind myself that, just 3 years ago, no one knew who the heck I was. And not that brings me, some type of, it feeds my ego, whatever. But now I can say, yeah, like, I have conversations with strangers through a digital platform while I wash my car. and that's insane. Um, and that's all thanks to you guys. And on the way, I get to learn about you guys. I get to learn more about myself. I get to see how I can improve. But the rat race, the Miller mindset for me, I'll choose happiness all over all of that. But let me hear your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Um, till the next one. Appreciate you guys so much.